South Africa is no stranger to political bombshells, but what unfolded in the early hours of Monday morning has sent shockwaves through the country's political elite and stirred unprecedented panic within the African National Congress, ANC. In a dramatic press briefing streamed live to thousands, Democratic Alliance, DA, Federal Council Chairperson Helen Zille made a bold move, unveiling what she called the most dangerous secret Cyril Ramaphosa has been hiding from the public. With her trademark no-nonsense delivery, Zille dropped a dossier she claimed to have obtained through whistleblowers within the National Treasury and key ANC-linked business circles. According to the explosive allegations, President Ramaphosa was deeply involved in a covert, offshore financial network designed to shield billions in questionable ANC-linked transactions from public scrutiny. "This is no longer about failure or party funding," Zille declared. "This is about a hidden web of power, money laundering, and offshore manipulation orchestrated under the highest levels of ANC leadership, with Ramaphosa at the very center." According to Zille's revelations, a shadow fund, codenamed Project Umbra, has been operating since at least 2015, quietly channeling funds from state contracts, SOE, state-owned enterprises, kickbacks, and even donor money into foreign accounts in Mauritius, Dubai, and the British Virgin Islands. What's more damning is that some of the accounts allegedly bear signatures linking them to entities Ramaphosa once chaired or influenced, whether through Shanduka Group or via foundations tied to his name. She further claimed that this network was protected by a firewall of loyalists within key institutions, including SARS, the Reserve Bank, and intelligence services. That's why investigations stall. That's why whistleblowers go missing or are mysteriously discredited. The entire system has been rigged to protect this web of financial deceit, Zille said, brandishing documents that purported to show payment trails from Eskom-linked contractors to offshore trusts. For many South Africans, Ramaphosa has long been perceived as the reformist president, the leader who would clean up the mess left behind by the Zuma era. He campaigned on integrity, transparency, and a vision of renewal. But Zille's revelations, if proven true, could unravel that image entirely. The ANC has already been on shaky ground. With declining voter confidence, internal factional warfare, and damning corruption scandals mounting year after year, the party's grasp on power has never looked more fragile. Now, with its president at the center of what could become the most serious financial scandal in South African history, the ANC may be standing on the edge of a political cliff. Sources close to Luthuli House reported a frenzy behind closed doors following Zille's bombshell. Some ANC insiders, speaking under condition of anonymity, described the mood as apocalyptic. Senior party members are reportedly pushing for an emergency NEC meeting to assess the political damage and plot a crisis strategy. The presidency responded with a brief, carefully worded statement denying any wrongdoing and accusing the DA of cheap political stunts. President Ramaphosa remains committed to transparency and the rule of law. These allegations are unsubstantiated and reckless, the statement read. Zille confirmed that the DA would be filing an urgent request with the Hawks, the Auditor General, and the Public Protector to investigate the claims. International financial regulators are also expected to be contacted, particularly those in Mauritius and the UAE. This is not just about removing Ramaphosa, Zille emphasized. It's about dismantling a criminal system that has held South Africa hostage for decades. Opposition parties have already called for a multi-party parliamentary inquiry. EFF leader Julius Malema tweeted, "We said it. Ramaphosa is no saint. The ANC is a criminal syndicate. Time for the people to rise." Even ANC veterans and former allies of Ramaphosa have begun to distance themselves. Former Tourism Minister Derek Heincombe hinted in a cryptic post, "Truth always finds the light. Sometimes the brightest smile hides the darkest secret." If these allegations stick, they won't just threaten Ramaphosa's presidency, they could be the beginning of the end for the ANC as South Africa's dominant political force. With municipal elections looming and 2026 national elections around the corner, Zille's exposé could be the catalyst that forever alters South Africa's political landscape. As the nation waits for investigations to unfold, one thing is clear: the cracks in the ANC's once iron grip on power are now wide open, and Helen Zille may have just driven in a wedge that could bring the whole house down.